Okay. Hello, Mr.
Hello.
Darius. Welcome back to D&D Sanctum.
Why,
Um,
thank you.
you, so we remembered that you decided to leave the party a lovely note.
Yeah,
They all slept soundly in the dome, and you fucked off.
yikes.
It's fine. It's not something bad. So,
Yes.
you begin to trek your way down through the forest. Um, it's kind of like a swampy sort of forest, but it seems to be very peaceful where you're moving about. Uh, the wildlife seem to be very skittish around you. So
Okay.
as soon as you go near anything, it begins to flutter out the way. Um, you start to move at round about the crack of dawn before the party wake up. You know exactly what time most people usually wake up, so you kind of leave just so that you know they won't catch up to
Okay.
you. And as you begin to leave, after some time, it starts to get uh, very foresty. Where are you trying to head to?
I am trying to head to the town that Zalandar is waiting for us, that King Braza said.
Okay, I want you to roll a survival check.
Survival check. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get lost in the forest, aren't I? Oh, I opened the wrong app.
Don't even have your app open. What? Come on, it's a solo even.
It's this Friday. Come on. 15.
15. Cool. So, after some time, you start to find the spears of blue more and more around, and you start to notice the smell of salt water in the area. You notice you're getting closer and closer to the sea. If you look onto groups, you begin walking into very mossy like area. If you look onto landscapes, the last picture that's messaged as a spoiler, you can look at it now. You begin to happen upon some ancient ruins in the area.
Looks so wonderful and lush.
Um,
Beautiful.
it
Completely different to the other
seems very
lizard area.
ancient, Aztec in the style. The side. A lot of the stuff has disappeared, dissipated. You see some rubble even. Um, and roll a perception check.
Okay. 18.
Cool. So you just one moment. Cool. You in the trees you start to hear ruffling coming from the trees.
Okay.
It seems to be something moving around just in the trees above you.
Can I tell if it's hostile or if it's
You're not 100% sure, but it seems to be moving. It seems to know this landscape really well.
okay?
It seems to be watching you. Um,
I was being watched by something.
you see sitting in a branch on the distance in a tree, the shadow of a figure. No, looks humanoid. Has a tail.
Hello?
You see it reach its hand into its back, towards its back, and you hear it unsheath something.
I mean you no harm.
And
I raise my hands to show that I am not carrying any weapon or not trying to.
in its hand, you see a scimitar.
Mm, Okay. So it would seem as if you would like to fight me, though.
You see it tilt its head.
My good friend, I tell you, this is your last opportunity. I do not mean to fight.
Roll perception.
15.
15. Cool. You notice it lift its hand, and at first it looks like it's waving at you, but then you notice it's a somatic.
Somatic.
So motion to cast a spell.
Okay, does that motion look familiar?
Roll insight.
Oh, lovely. 18.
Yes, it does. It looks very familiar. Almost like you've. Feels like you know this person, the way they're fighting.
Zalendar, is that you? Because if it is, this is not a time for us to be fighting.
So one moment. And at this moment, you hear the trees kind of like ruffle, and it jumps down. And in front of you, you see Zalindar, and he puts his blade back in his pocket. Very
Oh,
perceptive of you, Darius.
thank gosh. You had me for a second.
Don't worry, I would not have hurt you. I know we are not in the safest of places.
Yes. Especially me not knowing this land too well, so it's not good to be attacking friendly people that I shouldn't be.
That's alright. Welcome to my home.
It's quite a lovely place, I must say.
Well, not exactly my home. The village is further up that way. We've been moving around a little bit more.
And why is that?
Well, with the word of the Guardians of the Deep Core disappearing, and everything else that seems to be going on, we need to move around the village a lot more to keep the people safe.
I see.
Demons and necromancers of the sort in the area.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, I need your assistance, Elendor.
Where's the rest of the party?
They should be here soon. I've come ahead of them to try and get a lead on someone that I'm looking for.
Go on.
Timir's gone missing. And it's kind of my fault that he's gone missing. So, I was hoping your village had some sort of scry that could help us find exactly where his location is, so that me and him could have a one-on-one chat before bringing him back.
Yes, but the scry has left with the Guardians of the Deep. Only his apprentice is here. He might be able to give you some information, but not everything you need.
How far is the scry?
He's at the village. Best I walk along with you.
I don't know if this apprentice will help, but might as well give it a try.
Do you have anything of his fair, item of convenience? Something close to him?
Yeah, I reach into my bag and pull out the fur that Khadgar gave me.
Well, make sure you keep it safe. Don't want that to go missing anytime soon.
That's true. I put it back into my backpack.
He looks around the area, and he turns to you and he says, "Quick, this way."
Alright.
And as you begin to walk, you notice this very long lakeside. And he says, "We're nearing the outskirt houses. A couple of lizard folk live along the sides as well. Don't like to keep everything compact too much, you know." And if you look in the pictures, you'll see kind of how the outskirt houses look on the riverside.
Interesting housing you have here.
Yes, well, it's mostly built from the rubble in the area. There were a couple platforms. Some people obviously stayed here before, making it a little bit easier to find our homes.
That makes a lot of sense. Pretty efficient of you as well.
Yes, the main encampment is where everyone's kept safe.
And I'm guessing some sort of magical barrier protects you guys?
No, lizard folk are not too fond on magic. We're a very keep to ourselves kind of people. We're not awfully curious. Well, most of us at least. I didn't fall into that category.
Okay.
It's quite a calming place. You notice like a couple of lizard folk walking past, a couple of them carrying fish, some of them like carrying like bales of wood.
And I wave to them.
Some of them are a little bit like puzzled because they look at you, but you don't look like traditional lizard folk. And they kind of like wave like weirdly, like awkwardly.
I smile and continue walking.
Zalandar turns to you. Ah, quite the nobleman, enjoying the patriarchy of simple people.
As much as you might think, Zalindar, I am more with the people than I am a noble.
I know that. That's why you're here to find Timur, isn't it?
That is more for me to right a wrong that I had done.
Guilty conscience. I
Yes.
understand. Well, let's keep on going to the village. It's
Yes.
been a while since I've been there.
Did you just arrive?
No, I've been in the area for a while. Just not too keen on returning to the village.
Is there a reason?
I never quite felt home there. I was a hatchling at the orphanage.
Ah, interesting. So you might not have been from here, or your parents gave you off here?
I never knew anything about my parents.
Oh, interesting. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's alright. I found my brothers and sisters in the Guardians of the Deep. That's how we were all taken away, you see. A lot of people aren't worried about the orphans, so the Guardians of the Deep take them under their wing, or should I say, under their foot.
I could imagine so.
If you look, you start to near a village. Quite resembles this, but like it's more obviously foresty and swampy. It's this kind of style, though.
Okay.
You see a couple of lizard folk children like running around playing. It actually looks kind of cute, and there's a couple of lizard folk walking around. Like some of them are fixing a couple of hats that have been dented. Some of them are making clothes. There's one that's actually sharpening weapons, and there's one that's like doing potions and herbs and everything. And it looks quite. It's like quite a big village. Surprisingly, like a lot more than were in the previous one. Like this seems a lot more crowded.
Quite a thriving little settlement you have here.
Yes, well, these lizard folk like to stick together. We're not much like the green lizard folk, who prefer to hang out in separate groups and split the pack. We think strength in numbers.
Hmm. That's quite the philosophy you guys have.
Though easier to find in numbers, to be fair.
True, very true. But if you were to put up a fight, you would put up a heck of a fight.
Fair point, but it's mostly the Guardians of the Deep that are left here now. We don't know what's happened to that corporation. Or if you would call it a corporation. Whatever you want.
Okay.
The only warriors left are, well, these. And he puts his hand out and he like gestures to all the lizard folk kids running around and laughing and playing.
Wait, what?
Well, one day they'll grow up to be warriors.
So there's no one protecting the village?
Like I said, Guardians of the Deep that were left over.
Huh. Quite scary. But anyway, I'm sure you guys have a handle of the situation.
Well, nothing has threatened us so far, so I think we've been doing quite alright.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're just lucky.
Alright.
The
Should
shamans...
we find this scribe then?
Yes, the scribe's house is a bit further on. I wonder if he's home. And he walks a little bit forward. Just let me just get this quickly. I need to find where did I put this fucking picture? There it is. Okay, so if you look into NPCs, he brings you into a hut, and you end up finding a lizard folk sitting in the hut. This is kind of how he looks. He's quite a shortish lizard folk, but he's just sitting on the edge on a cloth, and he's working on some herbs and stuff and mixing them together into a tea.
Good day, sir.
Wait. Zalindar puts his hand to your mouth.
Oh.
He greets you fast. After some time, he takes a sip of his tea and he puts it down and he stands up. Welcome.
Yes, thanks for having me.
You are here to seek who?
I am looking for a tabaxi.
As a scry, I would say I saw this coming, but I guess I did not.
Yes, it is quite strange for a dragonborn to come into a lizard camp and look for a tabaxi.
Well, you look pretty close to lizard enough.
Fair enough.
Do you have anything that I could help you find? Something of his?
I pull out the tuft of hair from my baggage.
Salindar, you have taught him well.
Wait.
Thank you.
He hasn't taught me anything. Yet. I would hope.
He will teach you more as time comes while you're in the lizard folk village.
I would hope so.
We have no chieftain here. We don't run like the rest of them do. It is a very democratic society. Give me the fur.
That's quite interesting. I hand over the fur to this old lizard guy.
He takes it and he sniffs it. Tabaxi fur. Interesting. What is a tabaxi doing away from the desert sands?
Well, he was adventuring with the rest of my group, which should be approaching your village soon.
Right. He takes the fur and he kind of like takes one of his knives that he's holding and he kind of chops it up into small little bits. And he puts it in his tea and he stirs his tea.
I look perplexed.
And Zalindar says, "Well, what are you waiting for? Go, sit."
Oh, sorry. Darius proceeds to go and sit.
And you go and you sit just in front of him. And he hands the tea over to you.
I'm supposed to drink this?
He nods his head slowly.
But you put his... Okay.
He looks towards Zalindar and back towards you.
Okay. Quite an acquired taste.
You begin to feel this fur on your tongue, and it tastes so weird. And you like, you know, when you like, obviously that taste of having hair when you get a hair in your mouth.
Yeah,
It's
but
that kind of thing.
I don't want to be rude, so I'm keeping my face straight.
And you see the lizard folk in front of you smile.
Am I supposed to finish all of this?
No, don't you worry. You didn't really need to drink it.
What? So was that some sort of prank or something?
I'm joking.
Darius proceeds to spit every hair that's in his mouth out.
And as you do that, he touches your forehead with your thumb, with his thumb. And suddenly, your eyes just, you lose your vision, and then you see like blurry vision of someone running through the forest, through the swamp, and you hear panting, and it sounds like Timur's panting.
Timur?
And you see him like jumping through it's almost like you're looking through his eyes. You see him jumping through trees and forests, and you see at the edge of the forest, you see him running, and he gets to, he passes a temple. And you notice the temple has a symbol of a ankh on it.
A what?
Ankh, like you know the Egyptian ankh,
Oh. Okay.
kind of like that. And your vision fades for a bit, and then it comes out, and it keeps going, and you see more forest, a little bit more forest, and then you see a couple of ruined. In the distance, you see a large city, a big square city, but like it's over further to the right. And to me, it veers off. You just see an image of the big city in your mind, and then at one point there's a pause, and you see yourself on the top of the hill, and at the bottom of the hill you see a temple with dragon symbols on it. It looks like a monastery.
What? What is this? Some sort of monastery?
And as that happens, it almost feels like your spirit is being lifted into the air, and you kind of see where it is. You see it almost further to the west from where you are, and it almost feels like your body is being catapulted back from the western side and flies all the way east back to where you are and hits you, and then you wake up.
Whoa. That was quite an experience. I look around the room, confused.
The lizard folk in front of you is drinking his tea slowly.
Did you see that?
No, I was simply drinking my tea.
That's not the same tea that has the tabaxi hair in it, is it?
You mean the one that's spilt on the floor there next to you?
When did that happen?
While you were sitting there, your hands flew up into the air. Looked like you were falling.
Hmm. Interesting. And how much time has gone by?
Um, Not even very long. You've been sitting there for about a minute.
Hmm.
It felt like you had been in there for like at least 20 minutes.
Hmm. Interesting.
The time is different in the ethereal realm.
So I was in the ethereal realm.
You many were given foresight into it.
Ah. Is it possible to enter the ethereal realm?
Yes, there are some great wizards who have been able to, a couple of fays that live in the area, and some sorceresses and magic users alike. There's even some rituals and magical artifacts that can get you there.
And it can be used as a way to travel quickly, you say.
Sometimes, yes. It's mostly like a world alongside our world that harbors different things.
Ah, I see. Quite interesting, actually. Would it be dangerous to switch between these worlds?
Yes,
So there are dangerous creatures that dwell within this ethereal.
more dangerous than you can imagine.
Ah, I see. Either way, thank you very much. I think I have gotten a grasp on where Timur is and where he might be going.
What is your plan now?
Ah, I think I'm going to follow him.
Darius, wouldn't you wait till the others returned?
I don't think I can face them until I bring back Timur.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to let them know you're safe.
Thank you, Zerandar. We were told that you would be accompanying us to the west.
Yes. Well, there's some business I need to take care of here.
Ah, is it going to take long? Because I would like to ask you to do something for me.
Of course.
I would like you to keep the party safe. They are quite a rowdy bunch and can get themselves into quite a bit of trouble at times, as you may know. And with so many members missing, I am a bit worried about them trekking through this land. So if you could please look after them, it would be greatly appreciated.
I see you wish to avoid them if they were to pass through.
Yes.
Very well. I need their help in finding what happened to the Guardians of the Deep. If anything were to happen to this land, those are the only ones that can help save it.
Alright. Is there something I can help with?
I think the rest of the party will do fine.
Alright. Then I guess I should head off to Timur before they catch up with me.
You have a long journey ahead.
I
Fare
do.
safe.
But I will be flying, so hopefully I will be able to get there quickly. But it would be the first time I would have flown such a far distance.
He turns to the scribe that's sitting on the apprentice scribe that's sitting on the floor. Can you do me that favor? And the scribe turns towards him. On him? Really? Yes, just for now. You know it is dangerous, right? Just to last him until he gets to where he needs to. It won't take the both of us. Oh, very well. Young Dragonborn,
Yes.
come stand here.
I walk over to him.
And he says, are you sure he'll be okay with this, Alandar? I think he's endured a lot more. He's pretty smart. Very
What's
well.
about to happen to me?
Zalandar turns to you and he says, I think I found a way to get you there in a safer manner.
Okay. And what way would that be?
You will travel there in the ethereal realm.
Didn't we just have this discussion saying that it's quite dangerous there? Even more dangerous than it is here.
Yes, but I have known a safe road to travel when heading to the western side in the ethereal plane. And the only way we'll be able to do that is to give you the clairvoyance in the ethereal plane so you can see your path.
Right. Sounds like a plan.
You will go most likely unnoticed. We hope.
Okay. I'm willing to take the risk.
He looks towards the scryer, and the scryer turns back to you, and he says, "Are you sure?"
Yes.
Very well. But when you arrive, you won't be in the village anymore.
That's fine.
However, you will remain in the same place.
Okay.
You will need to arrive at your destination exactly within the time frame given to you as you reach the ethereal plane.
And if I do not make it in time?
You will be trapped.
Interesting.
And Zalindar will have to come fetch you. What? Yes, Zalindar will have to come fetch you. You're really gonna send me back into the ethereal plane? Well,
What was your idea, Zalando?
you both have a point. It is the easiest way to get you to the other side.
Well, so it's settled. Let's do it.
Fine. The shaman walks over to you and he says, things are different in the ethereal plane.
Oh,
The laws of the ethereal plane are not the same as the laws in the physical world.
okay. Anything that I should know about?
Be careful of the creatures that are there. I have not been to the ethereal plane. The only one who's been there in this village is Zalindar.
All right.
Yes, so if anything floats by, try not to disturb it.
Should I make sure I'm not seen?
You can be seen as long as you don't disturb whatever is seeing you.
Should be easy enough.
Remain like one of the creatures in the ethereal plane. Go about your business. Do not disturb others. And no matter how tempting something may be, do not fall prey to its lure.
All right.
And they stand alongside you, and the scryer draws a symbol just below you, and you feel your body begin to go almost ghost-like, and your vision starts to go blurry, and you hear magic swooshing around you. It's like very loud, almost encompassing your ears, almost like a storm. It's like and as you go into landscapes, the next picture that I posted, you see a quick vision of this tree, and it fades in and out, and it disappears, and then you come to. And as you come to, if you look in the next image, you are standing in this area.
Whoa. This is beautiful.
You feel like it almost looks like there are cold winds around you. And you you see almost like pyroflies, like little orbs of energy and power that have like glowy things, almost seeping right through you, and your skin and your body is almost like ghost-like. You feel like you're a spirit.
Can I put my hand through my body?
No, you can't.
Damn it.
But you can see like things float right through you, almost. Some things.
Huh. This is pretty cool.
You begin as this happens, you see a light on the floor begin to draw, like almost draw its way forward, and it almost like creates a path that you should follow.
All
Like,
right. Follow the path then.
And as you begin to walk through, you walk to the edge. So you see where that guy is standing on the thing. That's pretty much where you're standing. And you walk inward and around. So you walk around. So around where that misty part is, where the path goes, there's another mountain peak. And as you get closer, you hear this.
Whoa. Oh.
It's very foggy and very misty. And as you're walking through, you see this floats through the clouds. This huge, almost like dragon, but it's almost more like the ancient Chinese dragons. It looks kind of like that, and it just floats right past you in the clouds calmly.
Magnificent.
And you feel the flap of its like you feel the wind go past you as it floats past you.
Anyway, then I
And
continue on the path.
you one moment. In the distance, as you walking, eventually after some time, this dragon's tail disappears, and you hear this wow 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 coming from ahead of you.
Hmm. Everything seems a bit agitated.
And you hear it like clawing and scratching just in the distance.
Okay. I'm going to continue on the path.
You continue to walk along the path, and you see, as you get to the edge, I have to get all these pictures now from this place. So in front of you, or just at the edge of the mountain, as you're standing below a mountain, you see this. Oh man, wrong place. Go to landscapes. You see this, but there's a lot more like pyroflies around, and it looks very like mystical and dark, and you like not mystical and dark, but like almost like bluish mystic forest kind of vibes.
This is quite a calming place.
And from behind you again, you hear that wow, wow,
Okay. I'm going.
and you hear pitter patter of feet running towards you.
I continue on the path.
And it seems like it's starting to chase you, whatever it is.
Okay, go about my business. Ignore what's happening. Go about my business.
And it begins to run up behind you, and it jumps over your head and lands in front of you, and it turns toward you, and it growls at you. Wow! If you look in monsters, one moment. Fuck this picture. This is what you see in front of you. And it doesn't look friendly.
Oh, gosh. Quite the predicament I've gotten myself into.
Roll for initiative.
What? Oh gosh. One?
Just okay. So you rolled a 1, right?
Yes.
Right. So at this moment, you are not prepared for what the hell this thing is, and it leaps towards you. And as it leaps towards you, you see one of its tentacles on its back fly towards you. What's your AC again?
16.
Cool. You manage to so at the first tentacle catches your leg, and it manages to just trip you, and you fall to the floor. The second tentacle flies towards your arm, and it latches onto your arm. You take just one moment. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of piercing damage. As it slams into you, you feel the weight of this tentacle hit your side, and the spikes in the tentacle catch into your scales.
Okay. You're a big boy, aren't you?
Row!
But I don't plan on fighting you today.
What do you do?
Can I try and calm it down?
You can attempt to have you can attempt to use animal handling if you want.
I want to try.
Okay.
Even though I have no proficiency. Oh!
Not 20.
No. It's close enough.
19.
It's 19.
Okay. Let's see what he gets. 19 plus?
No, just 19.
Oh, 19 total.
Yeah.
Cool. You manage to see it start to back away slowly, but it's still very wary of you, and it's watching you.
Okay. The light on the floor, is it leading me in the direction that it is?
Yes.
Oh god. Can I attempt to back away slightly?
As you do, you feel yourself bump into something, almost like furry kind of texture, but a soft fur. And as you're looking in front of you, the image of this creature starts to flicker and disappears, and you turn behind you, and the creature is right behind you.
The same creature?
The exact same creature.
Oh gosh. So now I can run in the direction that the thing is pointing. Okay. I wonder if I fly faster than this thing runs. Would it be possible to take flight and fly in the direction that the light's guiding me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I choose to do that acrobatically.
Cool, roll for acrobatics.
Okay, 20 but not nat.
Okay, as you fly off, the creature whips one of its tentacles towards you and slams into your leg. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of piercing damage as it slams into your leg.
Ugh.
And you begin to fly off over the forest, and this thing begins to chase you.
Oh, damn it, man.
Roll an athletics check.
It's not my day. 10.
10. You start to fly up, and you manage to fly over a couple of rocks, and it slows down as it begins to try jumping up a couple of the rocks. Roll another athletics check.
Oh, not one.
As you do this, you're not looking, and you get clotheslined by a rock, and you fall to the floor.
Oh.
And as you stand up, this thing is leaping for you. Make a strength check, please. Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw is 16.
16. Cool. It leaps towards you, and you manage to grab it and toss it to the side and slam it into the rocks. You can attempt to try and make a getaway again.
Yes, I do.
Cool. Roll athletics.
Come on! 11.
11. You begin to and as you're flying, you see the edge of the rocky mountaintop that you're standing on that leads over the forest.
Okay, play good, Petey Cat.
And as you get over the edge, it swipes its tentacles towards you, but both of them just completely miss you, and you manage to fly over, and you look back, and it's standing on the edge of the cliff, and it stares at you and turns around and walks away.
Not today, kitty cat.
And you begin to fly over this very calming forest-like area.
Gosh, things in here are pretty dangerous.
And that is where the session stops for today.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Thank you all. You will see us in the next session of D&D Sanctum. Come back.
Woo! Hey guys, it's the Dungeon Master here, and next time on D&D Sanctum. I really need to get myself a persona here. Like a picture, that should work. I think that would be cool. What do you guys think? I don't know. What? I'm not crazy. Okay. Just got voices in my head.
No! No. I shall not do it until you feed me jerky.
Feeds jerky,
Eats it seductively.
and you notice exactly who this is.
Yep, I thought so.
And he turns to you and he says, "Oh, hello, Timur. Bye."
What?
And he jumps off the end.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You have a choice. Prison time here in my beautiful city. Enough time for not too long, but long enough for you to want to